Hey, Brian from Garage Mahal. Today I have an Amazon Basics kids table and chairs, I should say. So let's open up, take a look at what we get inside, put it together, and then we'll see what my little guy says about it. So stay tuned. Foam out of the way, and cardboard. Let's see if that helps the process. No, it's stuck in there pretty good. Alright, so I'm going to cut down this side of the box. I don't think there's any pieces in there. I think we have kind of like that forced suction of air from the foam. That's one of the chairs. Very careful if you have to do that to open your box up, like I did, because like this foam just kind of like just makes a suction barrier. It just keeps everything in there. So get some more of these pieces out of the way. What's cool about the packing, it's styrofoam, but it's sealed in plastic, so you don't get all those little styrofoam pieces all over the place. So it looks like this is the table and a bunch of chair parts in here. So I'm going to try to gingerly put this on my work table. There's a lot more little parts in here. So it's kind of like sliding down. Chair parts. I think we got everything out. More packing material. So we'll put that down there. Let's unpack all the chair pieces. Okay, so we got all the different parts there. Open this up some more. I'm looking for all the bolts and pieces that should be in here somewhere. Then I said you get all the different chair pieces. So some assembly required. Put this piece right here. Alright, so this box with the red ribbon looks like it has all your hardware in there. So I'll get some of this a little bit more out of the way. I'm trying not to scrape the tabletop here. pieces. So that's the bottom. There's table legs. the bottom of that table piece, so we can kind of make sure that that stays safe. And let's open this in the table bottom. So it looks like these are all the bolts. Okay, so we get that out of the way. And I think we had a set of directions here, so that's pretty good. I guess that was the back, here's the front. And let me bring this close so you can take a look. Okay, so that's your booklet. That's what the whole set looks like. We'll just go through a couple pages here so you get a really good idea. If I can get my fingers working right. So that's a parts list. And we'll just kind of go through that. Just some bunch of precautions. So then we go to give you some idea of how this all works. And there should be an Allen key in there, as well as the explosion of all the parts and pieces. And again, there you go. So that's the last page, so pretty straightforward. Okay, let's start assembly. First, we are going to open a bag of parts, put them all down so we have everything laid out in front of us so we can see. And the bag is stapled shut, so be careful. Sometimes those staples can definitely get you. So this is the bag of all the little wood pegs. So open that up. You can pour them all out here so we have easy access to them. And then we have a couple different bags. Let's spread those out. So there's an A, an E, an I, a G, an F. And the F is stapled shut. So keep an eye on that. Then a B are going to be some like lock washers. D is your Allen key, handy dandy Allen key. That out. Now it comes with an Allen key. I'm going to cheat a little bit, but it is a 4mm Allen key that comes with this. So if you have one of these little gizmos, like I do, you can make this process a lot quicker and easier. Just take your time. All right, so we're going to use that. Okay, so first off, we're going to be putting the legs on the table, and that is part 1 in your directions. So we're going to need A, which are these bag of bolts. So 2 per leg. And then you're going to need B, which is basically, it's a lock washer. So let's get 2 of those out, and we'll pop them on basically on top, just like that. Nice and easy. Okay, and then we need 2 C's, which is the actual washer. So we're going to put 1 on that bolt, 1 on the other bolt. So there you go. And then we're going to take a leg, and let's do this one first so it's in decent camera view. And we're basically going to put it in the middle holes and just kind of like slightly make it a little bit like hand tight. And then we're going to use this little guy. Alright, so that leg is nice and secure. And obviously, you can use the Allen key. So I'm doing a little bit cheating. So anyway, let's get 2 more A's. And it's basically kind of like a rinse and repeat of the process we just did. So for time, I'm probably just going to fast forward through this part of the video. So just sit back and relax. Alright, so kind of quick and easy. So we're going to push the table off on the side. And again, I'm using it to basically hold all the pieces and the parts in here. So as we go through to the next section, which is basically going to be assembling one of the seats. So pick, I guess, a red seat. So to kind of give you an idea, you have like a recessed section here. So keep that in mind. And then on the other side, it's basically just kind of like a regular hole. So you have these 2 halves. So we'll put that off here. And it wants you to put step 1. So some of these wooden dowels, and I'll bring it closer so you can kind of see. So again, so you can see this piece right here. It's kind of like a regular hole. Then you have like the recessed pieces. That's going to be where you put the heads of the screws through, and then right here you have that little hole in the front, and then these are those little wooden dowels that come with the kit. So we'll push that down as we start assembling it to give you a better idea. Okay, then we have the other piece. So we're going to put that other dowel down there like that. And this one I'm going to kind of shimmy its way down there. I think I'm going to grab a little hammer, so stay by. Okay, and using a very little hammer, I'm just giving it a couple light taps. Some of them are probably going to be a little tighter. Wood expands and contracts with humidity, so just keep that in mind. Okay, then we're going to be looking for some of the other red pieces to this chair. So, and they're all labeled, so you can see 4, 5, and 6. And then so on the outer edge of this, it's calling for 2 wooden dowels. So you got the curved side. So on the other side, we're going to put one of those dowels on either side. And again, I'm just going to slightly tap it with a hammer just to kind of make it fit in there really good. So that's that piece. And then this is going to be piece 5. So you can kind of see how it's got the flat end and the curved end. So the flat end, we're going to put a dowel on the other side. And again, some are a little tighter than others, so we'll just give that a nice tap with the hammer. And then you have part 6, and then you can see the holes at the bottom. So we are actually going to put the dowels here on top, as shown. Put that in on that side, put that in on that side. And again, we'll just give it a quick little tap with the hammer and make it seat a little bit better. Okay. Okay, next we're going to need part F and part G. Part G are basically, they're like cams. They're like these little barrels. Drop them all down there. So basically what they are is they're going to go together like this, screw in, and then you basically have that little screw end on it, Phillips head, to basically kind of line that barrel up on the chair. So first part, make sure that you have the outside part of the chair, and that's going to be where it's recessed. So what I mean by recessed is you can kind of see how that bolt will go flush in there. Okay, so orientation is basically like this. So you'll see the bolt holes on the back of the seat rest. So obviously you want the flush part being here. So you have that little dowel. So we'll line that to that little top hole, give it a little bit of a twist in, and then we are going to drop this little barrel, this little cam in there like that. Then we're going to put this bolt on the side, line the hole up, and then you can either use your thumbnail or your fingernail to kind of like line that up, or you can have like a Phillips head screwdriver to kind of help you get that line up. But we have that one set, so we're just going to give that a quick little tighten down. Next, we are going to put part 6, which is basically this flat part that we have. And again, basically kind of like the same thing. Okay, from this view, you can kind of see where that little wooden dowel is. So we're going to put that basically on that side of the chair. So it'll give you kind of an idea of better orientation. And then we're going to put that little cam piece in here. Then we're going to have our screw on the other side, line the hole up. Then hopefully we'll have that cam straight as well. And we're just going to screw that down. Okay, so that lined up really well. So this is what we're sitting at so far. Then we're going to put the front part of the chair in. So see how that has that curve? We're going to line this little wooden dowel up with that. So you have that, curves at the bottom of the chair. Then we're going to put another cam and another bolt in. Just drop that in. We'll get that bolt going through on this side. That lined up pretty good. So we'll just use our little pulls that piece together like that. So again, that's the orientation so far that we have. And next we're going to get this seat part ready. Suction going on with that. So that is your chair bottom. And before we get too far ahead of ourselves, just make sure that that's going to fit on there nice and easy. Okay. So let's put these two halves of the chair together. Kind of line these up so it's kind of like situated. Everything lines up. Give it kind of a good press together. And then we can start putting cans in. In this process, make sure you are very thorough. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get them started a little bit and I'll make sure that I have each and every single one in here so we don't miss any. So we'll just flip the orientation around. I'll put this other cam in here. Okay. Put that in there like this. Okay, so we got these two outside ones. I think that's what we need. And then we got the back of the chair. I'll put this cam in here. I'll put this bolt. I'll line that up. Same thing, just kind of hand tight. So we got all three spots in. Make sure we have them all. I think we're good. All right, so let's tighten these down a little fast. So we're good to go there. Then we have our chair bottom. So you can see the two holes that are here. And then you got the two wooden dowels there. So we'll just kind of flip that over. Get that lined up and started. Okay, good deal. And we're just going to sit that flat. Give it a nice little tap like that. Make sure that that's situated. And then we are going to be looking for eye. So you get the two eye screws, and they are basically going to go into the front of the chair. And there are two Phillips heads. Let me get a screwdriver real quick. Okay, then a Phillips head screwdriver. I want to hold this down. Okay, so let me switch out my tips real quick. Allen key to my Phillips. So we can tighten that down pretty good. Okay. And then E, which is going to be the longer wood screw, goes into the back underneath the chair. And again, just drill these down. Okay. And that is your chair complete. So again, I'm going to fast forward through the rest of these. So enjoy the fast forward, and we'll be right back. Okay, so all the chairs are done. Let's flip the table over. Get some more foam out of the way. But what a nice, sturdy set. And so let's go bring it to my grandson's house and see how he likes it. So stay tuned.